welcome to Watch the Dickens. I'm Sandy Toksvig, and this is the show where our panellists attempt to prove that they know their Tolstoy from their Toy Story, their Peeps from their Peep Show, and their Captain Corellis from their Fratellis. With Mr. Brooke Taylor tonight as a stand-up comedian, writer and presenter who's going downhill fast. Sorry, I meant to say who's a fanatical snowboarder. It's Marcus Brigstock. And with Dave Gorman tonight is a political editor who was criticised for doorstepping the Queen when he used to work for TVAM. How embarrassing for him. Used to work for TVAM. It's Adam Bolton. Chaps, our first round is called the name game. I will ask you a question and you have to give me as many answers as you can think of. So, Tim and Marcus, you're first. How many Cliff Richard number ones can you name?
Publicly?
Well, there may be less points the more you do, in fact.
Well, you might get congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Summer Holiday?
Yes.
Bachelor Boy?
Oh, very good.
Millennium Prayer?
Oh, that's a worrying one, yes.
Living Doll?
Living Doll, yes. Oh, you're steaming here.
I think that's an
As for
exaggeration.
many of his songs.
He's a good guy, actually. I did a TV film with him.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. He got me pissed, and I was standing up on a desk singing his songs, and people booed in Sweden. The end of that story.
It takes a lot to get people to boo in Sweden, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. I managed it.
I opened the very first stand-up club in Stockholm, ever. And I went out onto the stage and did about 20 minutes of material to complete silence. I mean, nothing at all. And I thought, I'm dying here. So I did the usual, I'm Sandy Toksvig, and I left the stage to the most tumultuous applause you've ever heard in your life. And all these people came up and said, congratulations. And I said, but you didn't laugh. They said, no, we didn't like to interrupt. Bear that in mind if you play Stockholm.
Wired for Sound.
Oh, you're still playing the game.
Sorry.
No, it's not on here, but you get 2 points for paying attention. Good boy. Very good. Yes, very good. Cliff's hit song, Congratulations, features the line, I want the world to know how happy I can be. That's happy, not gleeful, or ecstatic, and certainly not gay. So, slightly more modern area for Dave and Adam. How many Robbie Williams albums can you name? And I can tell you that there are 9 in total.
Good Morning Vietnam.
No, That is such a fabulous answer that I'm going to give you an additional 10 points because I love the idea. No, sorry, it's probably my foreign accent. Robbie Williams.
Oh, right.
As opposed to Robin. Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'd expect Adam to know more about this than me. He did... there was one with sort of football related. It was like Sing When You're Winning, or...
Yes, Sing When You're Winning. No, that's very good. Sing When You're Winning.
And then he did a sort of play on that one, where he did the swing stuff. So he did Swing When You're Winning.
Yes, Swing When You're Winning. He was
So
on
did
to
he
a roll.
do Binge When You're Drinking?
No, but another 2 points for that, because I like that as a thought.
He like Cliff Richard, did one called Millennium, didn't he?
I believe.
No, he didn't do one called... No. What?
Although Cliff Richard doing that Millennium Prayer and getting all upset about it because Radio 1 refused to play it, this is where he sings the Lord's Prayer to the tune of Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah.
So that's words that somebody else wrote to a tune that somebody else wrote. Oh, off, Cliff. It's just, how dare you get upset about that not getting anywhere? It's ridiculous.
Well, Escapology.
Escapology.
Very good.
Adam, you dark horse. That is that's very
I remember this one
impressive.
because I wanted him to be there. Intensive Care.
Yes, absolutely right. You're doing well. Got 4 so far. Now, what about a compilation album? What would you call
The
it?
best of Robbie Williams.
Well, so close. I'm going to give you a point for it. Greatest hits. He recently went in search of extraterrestrial life. Bless his heart. How many times has he claimed to have seen UFOs? Do you know?
5.
84.
Twice.
It's 3, actually.
We were closer.
I know, that's so sweet, isn't it? The album Swing When You're Winning was Robbie's tribute to the Rat Pack, but it was difficult to hear him over the sound of Frank Sinatra spinning in his grave. Our next round is called Losing the Plot, OK? I want you to name the book, film, song or musical from the much-reduced plot that I will give you, and here's a chance to Test your buzzers, so buzz in when you think you know the answer. OK, the first one is a film. Yes?
Oliver Twist.
Absolutely right. So there we are. That's,
Well done. Thank you. Well done.
rapist pretends to be mad, gets sent to the loony bin, goes mad, has brain op. Yes.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Very good. Absolutely right. OK, another film. Spaceship. Yes?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
No.
E.T.
Alien.
Alien, absolutely right, yeah. I like this one. It says spaceship, meal, tummy trouble, everybody dies. Moving on to books and plays, OK? Boy meets girl, girl marries someone else, boy runs away, boy returns, girl dies, boy, and here's the clue, gets revenge and goes off on the moors. Yes.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights, absolutely right. I thought, I have to say, that it said boy gets revenge and goes off with one of the Moors. And I thought, some Arabic love story. Actually, I was in, what's that, Haworth? I was in Haworth, and I heard an American tourist say, well, the places are very nice, but I'm telling you, if these moors are uphill, I'm not going. This is a song. A guy checks into a hotel. He meets a beautiful staff member. He gets drunk, and he's told he can't leave. Yes?
Hotel California.
Hotel California. You are very good, Adam. Okay, this is a musical, all right? A dysfunctional family. Dad, a banker. Mum, a politico. Yes?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins! I love that film. Mary Poppins is notorious for Dick Van Dyke's terrible Cockney accent. I'm quite right. That really is a dreadful accent, Cockney, isn't it? It's horrible. We also featured Alien. Alien is about a ship's crew terrorised by a bunch of marauding beasties. A bit like being trapped on an EasyJet flight to Riga with a stag party, but with less blood. Join us in a couple of minutes when our teams will be trying to make sense of our picture clues. Here is one for you at home. Can you find the film hidden in this montage? What the Dickens. Now, before the break, I asked if you could find the film hidden in our picture montage. So, boys, anybody know what the film is?
Edward Scissorhands.
It is Edward Scissorhands. You see how easy it is. Edward Scissorhands. I bet he had a troubled adolescence. Though at least he never had to worry about going blind. Take your time. The film is set in a utopian world where everyone is blonde, beautiful, and happy. It's called Denmark. Right. Our next round is called Picture This. We've hidden famous names in picture montages. Can you find them? They may seem easy at first, but I have to tell you that they will get harder. So, Tim and Marcus, your first clues should also lead you to a film.
Bamboo...
What are they doing?
Bamboo Americans, Bamboo Pledge...
What,
they're looking at something.
People with their hands on their hearts are all something of that country. What are they? They're something. They're becoming something.
Patriots.
They're becoming something of that country. It's a
well, yes, they're becoming citizens.
Citizens.
Bamboo citizens.
Bamboo Citizens. What a fabulous film that was. Citizens. Bamboo. What else might you call it other than shoots? Bamboo.
Oh. Stalks?
The other side, have any
Canes.
idea?
Oh, yeah, Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane!
We were rather literally going left to right, weren't we?
See,
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, just to confuse you, we may occasionally put the pictures in a different order.
Oh, I see. Now
I
you
know.
tell us.
Now I understand.
Shocking. Citizen Kane was an unflattering portrayal of media tycoon William Randolph Hearst, who tried to get the film banned. Of course, a modern-day mogul like Rupert Murdoch would never dare to censor me if I was to say... Sorry, where's the rest of the autocue? Sorry. Such a shame. It's a very good joke, I'll tell you later. Right. Dave and Adam, here is your film. Now, bear in mind, it might be in the wrong order.
Clockwork Orange.
Straight away, we were there. Clockwork Orange, absolutely right. In A Clockwork Orange, Alex's chief pastimes are classical music and ultra-violence. 2 reasons why I don't go to Glyndebourne anymore. Director Stanley Kubrick banned the film for 27 years to protect the public. If only Michael Winner had been so noble. Tim and Marcus, this one is a song. Right, so what have we got there?
Around the mulberry bush. I don't think.
And who are the people in the bottom left picture? Do you recognise those people? Anybody a fan of that particular program?
Is it House?
It is the program House.
House, Bush,
and
House.
Fabulous ITV sitcom on the right called?
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Oh, for goodness sake, France de la Tour.
It's Rising Damp there.
It's Rising Damp, yes.
It's House of the Rising Sun.
It's House of the Rising Sun.
Very good, very good. I can't see them.
Dave and Adam, this is a song. So who have we got there? Who's that person?
Sitting by the dock of the bay.
It is Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. Absolutely right. I love that. No thought process whatsoever. I think
that's
that
sort of
was,
mine.
I went from dock
Yeah.
to... I had no idea who that was, top left, but the minute you got dock and a bay, you think, well, chances are that's Sitting Bull.
It is the great Native American chief Sitting Bull.
Brilliant.
Otis Redding died when the plane he was on crashed into Lake Monona in Wisconsin. His body was discovered the next morning, presumably floating by the dock of the bay. Moving on. The next round is called Balance the Books, and the questions have a financial feel, and to help you out, we'll give you a choice of 3 answers. So, Tim and Marcus, which of these Best Picture Oscar winners was the highest grossing at the UK box office? Was it Braveheart, was it Shakespeare in Love, or No Country for Old Men? Which one do you think it was? Highest grossing we want.
It won't have been No Country for Old Men because very few people saw it.
I think I'd probably go for Shakespeare in Love, but that's because it's the only one I've seen of the 3. But
So because they had your money, you think that
I
must be...
think that just tipped the balance.
Tipped the balance.
A lot of Scottish people will have been to see Braveheart 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Despite the accents.
So that may have boosted it slightly, yes.
Yeah.
Probably because of the accent.
It's just roaring with
What
laughter.
the hell is that all about? Yes. What did you reckon, Shakespeare in Love?
Yes, or as Barry Cryer says, Shakespeare in Hove, he always says, but which sounds more interesting to me.
Yes.
Would you want to toss a coin?
My inclination would be Braveheart.
All right,
Oh,
let's go
Lord,
with...
look, they've fallen apart already.
Shakespeare in Love.
You're going to go for Shakespeare in Love?
We'll go
I don't know, yeah, probably.
I'm captain, excuse me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
'Cause-
It was Shakespeare in Love. I like the way you took over there, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely.
It bodes well, frankly. Shakespeare in Love, in fact, trounced the other 2. It raked in £20 million at the UK box office, compared to Braveheart, which had 10.8 million, and No Country for Old Men, a mere 6.8 million. So it was Shakespeare in Love. Dave and Adam, which of these musicians can be booked for the lowest fee? Is it Craig David, Daniel Bedingfield, or Kerry Katona?
I'd like to pull you up on describing Kerry Katona as a musician, first and foremost.
Yeah, I think that's 2 extra points for you there.
You get paid to listen to her.
Yes, I think somebody has to.
It's
Yes.
sort of, it should
Craig
be...
David's the only one I've heard of,
Yeah.
so he probably gets most.
It should be Kerry Katona because she's obviously not a real musician and you get it cheaply, but actually she's one of those terrible people who every tragedy is just sold to Heat magazine and Closer and things, and that's how she makes a living these days. And so she's probably stupidly expensive since she did those horrible adverts for Iceland with Jason Donovan and I hate her. So it should
Ladies
be
and gentlemen, please
her.
welcome our special guest, Kerry Katona.
But I'm well, she's not a musician, so even if it is her, I'm going to argue.
Good.
So it's either
Be vociferous.
Bedingfield or David.
It can't be David.
So it's the lowest fee we're looking for, darling. We're looking for the person booked for the lowest fee.
Daniel Bedingfield.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Daniel Bedingfield charges £50,000. Craig David charges £100,000. Kerry Katona, £12,500. Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. £12,500. Not only will... Yes.
Sorry, it's actually quite a clever marketing thing. She charges you 12.5 grand to turn up and play and 50 grand to bugger off again.
Allegedly.
For £12,500, not only will Kerry Katona sing for you, she'll also pop down to Iceland. Come back with some lovely nibbles. Very nice. Our final round is called What's My Line? I'm going to begin a famous line and you have to finish it. The lines can be from books, plays, films or songs. And I have to tell you, Tim and Marcus, you're behind at the moment, so, you know, all to play for.
Right.
The first questions are from films, so fingers on buzzers if you think you know the answer. The first film, the line is, Mrs. Robinson, you're... Yes.
Hosting of The Weakest Link is appalling.
It's something like you're not wearing any clothes or you're naked or something like that.
It's in that area.
Trying to seduce me, I think, isn't it?
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you, from The Graduate?
She says, would you like me to seduce you?
I'm having lunch later in the week with Kathleen Turner, and I paid good money to go and see her in The Graduate in the West End. She takes all her clothes off, and I realised it's the first time ever I'll be introduced to somebody I've already seen naked. That'll be... I mean, I've dreamt of it, of course, but it's never happened before. Second line, they may take our lives. It's from a film. They may take our lives. Yes.
But I'm not giving up this place in the post office queue. No, but they'll never take our freedom.
Yes, but they'll never take our freedom from Braveheart. Absolutely right. This is one of the greatest lines of all time. Of all the gin joints in all the towns... Yes?
Charles Kennedy had to walk into the one where the journalists were.
Oh, bless him. Lovely boy.
You had to walk into mine?
She had to walk into mine.
Yeah.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine from Casablanca. Next one. Last one for films. Life moves pretty fast if you don't stop and look around once in a while.
And Smell the Roses.
No. Although I like yours better than what I've got here.
If you don't stop around and if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you're probably American.
Mrs. Locke.
You could miss it.
You could miss it from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah. Absolutely right. Next one, we're moving on to books and plays, okay? One of the most famous lines ever from a book. Last night I dreamt I went to...
Mandalay.
Mandalay again.
I was going to say sleep. I went to sleep, and it was very confusing.
Strange Kafkaesque line, which I like very much. That's good. If music be the food...
Love. Play on.
Play on.
No. If music be the food of love, Andrew Lloyd Webber is contraception.
Another book or play. If you prick us... Yes?
If you prick us, do we not bleed?
Do we not bleed from The Merchant of Venice? Bogus and bunce and bean.
Salad.
Brown. And brown.
And brown. It does sound like the cabinet.
I know it's from Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes.
But and something and mean. Fat and skinny and mean or something.
You can have that. It's bogus and bunce and bean. One fat, one short, one lean.
Oh, very
Absolutely
good.
Right.
Very good.
We're coming on now to songs. So please can you finish this line from a song? Slowly walking down the hall. You can hear it being whispered in the house. Anybody?
No idea.
Faster than a cannonball from Oasis, whatever that may be.
How on earth can you slowly walk down the hall faster than a cannonball? They're idiots.
Takes that special Mancunian walk.
Yeah.
You're sort of going fast, but also going quite slowly. Like a cannonball, right, but slow. Like rolling, but fast.
Although it doesn't actually specify that the cannonball is moving, so it's just there's a static cannonball.
Yes.
And you're slowly walking down the hall faster than it. It's simple. I've solved it now. We can move on.
Yeah. Song, inexplicably, is called Champagne Supernova. I don't know what that is either. The next one, they say our love won't pay the rent.
But they haven't seen the webcam I've put in the bedroom.
Money can't buy me love.
No,
Before it's gone on and money's all been spent.
before it's earned, our money is always spent. I've got You, Babe by Sonny and Cher. Just as a bonus point, does anybody know, tragically, how Sonny met his end?
Yeah, he's skiing.
Skied into a tree.
Feed into a tree.
Skied into a tree.
Both sides of a tree. It's very sad.
Now, we Scandinavians have been skiing all our lives,
And you are a wee Scandinavian.
and I am a small Scandinavian. It's that tree thing never occurred to me. We tend to stick to the mountains where, you know, tree-free area.
I saw a tremendous thing once. This is rather unpleasant, but I was snowboarding in Canada, and a woman went into the trees, the lower part of the slope, presumably to have a pee, and she was wearing an all-in-one ski suit, which she obviously unzipped and pulled down, but couldn't take off because that would have meant taking her skis off, and she'd have sunk in the snow. So she sort of did the best she could by hiking it all down around her knees. This is a lot of equipment, you know, a full ski suit around the knees. At which point, crouched, she began to slide backwards out of the trees and was completely unable to prevent herself from painting a very neat yellow stripe across the snow. People didn't know what to do. They were going round it. It's a tremendous thing. She actually reached the trees on the other side. It was wonderful.
People coming down behind her, blinded by a full moon, suddenly. Our final song, you can check out any time you like. Yes.
But you can never leave.
But you can never leave. Hotel California, Eagles. I think that was the clincher, Adam, and I can tell you that Dave and Adam are this week's winners. But ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both the teams. Right, before we go, just time for some breaking news. After buying a Damien Hirst masterpiece, one collector regrets opting for the cheapest delivery firm he could find. See you next time on What the Dickens. Good night.